able to join somehow. I generally don't know if my mic is working. I've had problems with the mic before. It should say we're live. Try getting out. Oh, perfect. Can I see that? Ah. All right. I'm going to have this for looking at questions, and it's going to be quite hard to manage all of this. As of now, I currently am the only one watching the live stream. We'll wait for more people to get here. If in the occasion we don't have people, we'll probably just scrap this whole idea. But it's also a new setup. Looking at this, and it actually looks really nice. Like, I'm liking that setup. It looks absolutely perfect. Oh, we got a comment. A-List Edits. Thank you for joining, my man. Well then, why does it say there's only one viewer? There's two. There we go. I guess this is just behind. Yeah. This does lag. So I'm reviewing live chats on an iPad, and I've noticed that it lags like crazy. Like, I'll say something, I'll say a phrase, and then 3 phrases later, this will have said the phrase. So I'm curious to see how that works for a viewer, like somewhere else. But let's see, can I access this from the icon? I cannot. Interesting. All right, well, in case you couldn't tell by the title already, I actually found out how to do that. Actually, all the live streams up until now, I couldn't put a thumbnail or a title on because I actually didn't know how to do it. I just found that out today. Like, I looked and I saw the little icon thing, and I put up a quick thumbnail. It took me like roughly 2 minutes to make. Probably actually more than that because I had to use ChatGPT to make it. And then the title was actually quite easy. Dang, you might be the only one here, man. It says we only have 2 so far. But yeah, this is just going to be mainly question answering. Any questions at all, do not hesitate to ask them. Because I've always tried to like have a reason to go live, like a base like thing we're going to talk about. And then I always am just answering questions the entire time, which I'm like 100% fine with. I actually thoroughly enjoy answering questions. That's one of the main reasons I live stream. But I always want something for the thumbnail. Like I say, I need something for the thumbnail. But now that I can put thumbnails on, it really doesn't matter. Plus, Q&A works too. What's up, Mason? And what did I use for my profile picture? So, my brother tells me my profile picture looks like it was AI generated. He says it like a lot. He says it looks like you AI generated that. Since the beginning of time, I still cannot see it, but it was just a picture online. It's actually kind of hard to find the picture now. I like typed in glove break-in or something like that, and then went to images, and I found that it was from this brand called SBX. They're a softball and softball only glove brand. They only make softballs, and they will break in your gloves for you. So the brown glove, the cool looking brown glove on the wooden background with the mallet in it, I basically just got it off the internet, I think. Like, there, and then I tried going back for it because there were multiple pictures just in different shots, and I could only find that one. But I looked at that, and I originally used it for my Instagram account. When I started Instagram, I'm like, I'm gonna use that picture because I had my old picture, which was just me batting. It was a picture of me at an at bat. It was green, I think, and it looked cool, but it didn't really have anything to do with what I was going towards. Tell me though, since you asked the question, edits. Let me know if you think it looks like AI, because I want to know if everyone thinks it looks like AI. Because if I'm the only person who doesn't think like that it looks like AI, that's kind of weird. That's also kind of concerning. But have you seen the Bat Bros video on the tank USSSA? I've not seen the full video. I saw the clips of them hitting with it, and actually, a friend of mine sent it to me like after it came out, and he was like, "Did you see this?" I'm like, "Yeah." Remind me again, did he hit 127? 127 miles an hour with it? I think that was the top velo, which I don't even know how that's possible. Like, not gonna lie, it does from far away, but when I look closer, it doesn't. Yeah, I can see if it's far away. I think if you're on a computer and you click on it from a computer, since it's bigger, I don't think there's because I think I got it like on my computer. I was on my computer when I found it, so I'm like, oh, that looks perfect. So I used it. 129.8. 129.8. Oh my goodness. I think he hit 127 with the black diamond. So he broke it with a non-illegal bet. I won't be surprised if the tank U trip gets banned because that's like making the hype fire look kind of weak. The hype fire came out and that just kind of ruined USSSA bats forever. Hype fire came out and then every other bat company that made USSSA bats and other bats. I'm used to BB Core and apparently there's like USSA, there's USSSA, there's other kinds, and I just get confused. But like I I'm pretty sure it's gonna get banned because after the hype fire came out, like people just kind of went rogue and decided we're just gonna make missiles for bats. And BB Core is way different. They're not nearly as good. I think like 1.8 is considered good. 108. And then we have 128 somehow. How did you feel when Bogov commented? It kind of took like 4 minutes for it to register in my brain. I got like a notification on my phone. I looked at it, and I kept looking at it. And at first, I think I thought it was a video. I clicked on it, and I just see the comment, and I just look at it, and I just looked at it stupidly, and it would not go to my brain. And then when it did, I felt honored because I'm like, my videos are kind of getting out. I think the video only had like 400 views at the time. I think only now it got to 500. But it made me feel like nice, like people like him can see it. So it was very rewarding. It felt like hard work had paid off, and it only had 500 views. But they get views the more they sit. So I work at a BB Core. So I work at a sporting goods store, and we got the BB Core Hype Fire in, and we already had 3 returned. I heard about the BB Core Hype Fire. It was for $100, so I wasn't sorry that I had purchased a bat like a few months before it came out. But tell me why you had 3 returned. Was it breaking or was it just a junk bat for $400? Because I don't think a BB Core bat should be priced at $400. Like, they kind of were just going off of, well, the Hype Fire's 400, let's make the BB Core 400. I think for a while, BB Core was more expensive than U-Trip, and then the Hype Fire changed everything because it made everything, like, more juiced, but haha, I would do the same, yeah. Yeah, it definitely took like it took way too long for myself to react. But yeah, Philly 6-7. Let me know why. Okay, there it is. Breaking so fast, like the Black Emerald. Jeez. Well, is it? I'm pretty sure it's a composite. Let me. It should be a composite, right? Yeah, it's a composite. It's not an alloy. So if it's a composite, that would explain a little bit. With composites, though, like you with composites, they break so much easier. So a composite is technically more juiced, and like sting on your hands is eliminated. So if you watch any Batbros video, when they're like, man, it rings you up. It's all alloys. It's all one piece alloys, and obviously everyone knows this. But if it's a composite, that explains why it's breaking. But it shouldn't be breaking that fast. The thing only released like a couple weeks ago, so that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign for Easton, like at all. Do you do drills regularly or workouts? Yes. I think I work out 6 days a week for baseball specifically. I practice on sprints and I do drills when I can. I'd show you, but it's nighttime right now, and it's we all know about the snow. So that just makes everything harder. That's actually why I haven't come out with a video on either channels for a long time, because I can't go to a field. There are 2 videos I could have made for the second channel at baseball fields. I cannot do those. And then outside, it's just all snow, and most of it's melting now, so it's not like slush. Now it's like sitting water on the lawn. It's that part of winter where it's even worse than if you did have snow. And might I remind you, it wasn't just snow we got. We got snow and then a thick layer of ice. So I do drills when I can, and a lot of times I just look for online drills. I'll just look for like the best online, but I do work out 6 days a week for baseball. I do drills, and I do work on sprints. So the thing about me was I was born fast. I just didn't have stamina. So that's what the sprints are for. They're for stamina because I've always had a problem with stamina. But yeah, I will say I'm generally surprised because correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure the Hypefire BB Court is $400, which for a while the Icon was the only one priced that high, and I think DeMarini decided well their goods was good enough to be priced that high. I don't think you can't convince me that any bat other than like the Black Emerald or the new tank USSSA should be worth $500, $400. I think I saw like this crazy website trying to resell the limited edition unicorn icon for 600. It was either 500 or 600. I pray to God that it wasn't 600 because that's just like taking it too far. That's like an eBay price. Like there'll be a object you're trying to find on eBay, a lot of people will be selling it for cheaper. And then there's one person that sells it for like $30 more after it's used. So, how do you make your thumbnails? So, I'm hoping you're asking because you like them. Because I try to do what I can. I use Photoshop, Adobe Photoshop, and it's basically just like I have this vision of what I want it to look like. I just think I want it to look like this, or I've seen multiple creators use this kind of like setup. So like something in the background and like say words over here, and I kind of want it to look like that, and then I'll replicate it the best I can. I used to do this one in general for the live stream, the thumbnail I put up for the live stream. I'm pretty sure that's what you're talking about. If that's what you're talking about, let me know. Cause this one for the live stream specific, yeah, for the live stream specifically, it was I had it made by ChatGPT. So I don't agree with AI on a lot of things. Like I know a lot of people that don't like AI, like all the AI videos that make you not know what to believe. But at the same time, AI is actually very useful. So I just went to ChatGPT. I literally just said, I want you to make a thumbnail for a live stream, and I want it to be very clickable. And I think I mentioned it would be a live stream Q&A, and I just let it cook, and it popped out this, and actually didn't pop out this. I had actually to do a few things to it. Um, it like I think it added a person with like the headset and the microphone to look like a live stream. It wasn't me, so I didn't want him. And then it had like ask me anything. I just didn't want that banner there, so I said remove the guy, remove the banner. It did both that, and then I just added the mystery glove. I just found that picture online. The mystery glove with the question mark. It's from SSK. They had an image online from when they announced a mystery arrival. So I just ran that thing through a background eraser, which is also on my app. Everything I use is free because at this point I don't really want to pay for anything. So I use a free editing app, free photo editor, which is Adobe Photoshop, and like I'll get a free background editor. But all my other I don't think on this channel I have a single video that a single thumbnail that was AI generated. I think on my previous channel I had like two, and they were not great because I used Copilot from Microsoft, and yeah, Copilot cannot compete with any but it can't compete with ChatGPT. So that's it. My thumbnails are actually very easy to make, and sometimes I'll just take it to the next step and like put a filter on my phone just to when I take the photo, so it looks nicer. And then I use Canva to put all of like the color filters on to make it pop, basically. Yeah, I used I used the SSK for the 44 Pro post, and I didn't want to tell anybody what it was because I'm like, I want it to be a surprise. This is the first Nice Club ad. And like multiple people were like, oh, it's an SSK. Yeah, it's an SSK. I can see the logo. I'm like, yeah, it's not. I actually didn't even know the logo was there. I knew it was from SSK, but then I looked and I'm like, oh my gosh, there is a logo. So my apologies to people that thought I was getting an SSK. I hope the this guy right here, uh, is just as good as an SSK. The 44 Pro, we actually have him here today. And I think I already made a short about this, but I have not played a game with this, so it's that loose already. Never played a game with it. That's why I recommend this, the break-in methods that I recommend. That was you. I thought that was you. Yeah, I didn't think everyone would expect it to be an SSK, and then multiple people thought it was an SSK. I think on the short that I made, like the announcement, my brother, my younger brother, knew I was gonna get this glove, but I was getting it for Christmas. But he thought it was gonna be for my birthday, which is when I got this. Because I'm like, I'm not asking for anything else. I just want a glove. And he commented and said something like Japanese pitcher's glove. And then somebody else was like, no, I already asked him. It's a 44 Pro. And like, but he thought it was gonna be this. And I'm like, yeah, it's not Japanese pitcher's glove. That's coming though. And that's why we got this. The web. What did I do with the web? So I've tried to explain this as much as I can. I bent the web inward. So I did this when I reshaped this. So you might have noticed that the shape looks a little different. It closes really nice. I'm like 10 out of 10 happy. It's my best break-in out of all the gloves I have. And I'm like in love with this break-in. I went with a little bit of flair. But the web, I actually do want to mention this. This isn't for looks. This isn't some weird thing I just randomly decided to do. It's for performance. So I think I have a ball. Yeah, I have a baseball. So to show you what this is for, this is inspired by players in Japan. I see a lot of players in Japan do this with their gloves. So say I were to force this glove to close thumb to pinky, and say these fingers didn't curl in, there is a hole at the top, and this is actually common with a lot of gloves. So because there's a hole at the top, a ball could go in, say you catch it, and there's that hole. It has a chance of shooting out the top, whether like you catch it like this and gravity pulls it down, or it's just a hard throw that comes in hot and it comes out the top. That happened to me a ton, and I didn't know how to fix that. I just thought maybe I need to use it more. Maybe the glove needs to be deeper. And then I saw this hack in from Japanese gloves, and at that time I was still doing the series for Japanese versus American gloves like every day. I'm gonna try and keep going with that series. I just need to figure out more things. So what they do in Japan, long story short, they bend it inward like this. So it's like a V that goes in. It looks crazy, but when you close it, it like almost completely 100% instantly eliminates the hole at the top. So when I catch, yes, it still opens it up a little bit because there's a ball in there, but it's a lot less. And even if it does slide around, it has to like go past this web, and the web like keeps it against these fingers. So basically, it's genius. Like that, I see people. It's more common in outfield because in outfield you have like those ball shooting at the top, and you want it to like stay locked in. Infield you don't. So I see it more in the outfield, but it's like it's just unique. I am like in love with that style just because it like keeps the ball in. It like 100% fixes that problem. And I actually did it a little bit with this. The thing was I'd have to reshape the entire glove to like fix that, or I'd have to wet the web with like a spray bottle. But I would just like occasionally from time to time just bend it in, and it's actually helped because now this thing is a deep boy. Like it doesn't it moves around because it's deep, but it doesn't like come out the top. It's genius. So if anyone watching, which I think there's only 3 people watching, but if anyone has that problem, or if anybody watching knows anyone who has that problem, let them know about this trick because people over in Japan will do it. And they don't care whether it looks bad or not. They're not looking for like the to have the nicest glove in the outfield. They just want the most like performance based glove. So they'll do whatever it takes to get their glove to perform the most. That's why their gloves are expensive here because they're performance based and not just comfy and for looks, which is kind of like the biggest thing with American gloves is we're more concerned about looks and like feel. So we don't want it to hurt, which with this glove right here, it actually like will hurt if you wear traditional. So because I'm wearing traditional, it's for infield. So when I close it, it goes thumb to ring, and if I catch it, it kind of just sits like this, which is what I want. That's like shallow. That's actually ultra shallow, and I'm actually a really big fan because I'm not fishing through the glove, which is every infielder's worst nightmare. But if I do catch it like there, occasionally it will sting, which with this Mizuno, aka maybe the comfiest glove the world has ever known, that doesn't happen. Like I can actually catch it on like the center of my palm and it won't hurt. Whereas this, if you catch it in the cold, it will light you up, but it's meant for performance. And with grounders, it won't sting as much. Which is why when I'm catching, I go two in the pinky. What do you think about Troy Tulowitzki's glove? That's actually that sounds familiar. I feel like I've heard people talking about his glove. If I so I'm actually recording the live stream on my iPhone. Otherwise, I'd look it up. But I actually will do you a favor, and I'll look it up, and I'll like next live stream. I'll let you know what I think about it. But I'll look up his glove. Give me Actually, don't tell me anything about it. I just want to be surprised. I don't know if it looks good or looks crazy. I know Yamamoto's glove. I made a short, and on Instagram, it like took off and got like 27,000 views, which is uncommon for me. It's usually around like the 3,000s. But I like basically what the short reel was about was I showed a video of myself closing the glove like this because people in Japan in the infield will literally close the glove like this. So it's like that, and they have easy access. And basically they do that. And it said like people over in Japan who close their gloves like this, and then showed an MLB liner, and then I caught the ball like that, and then it was like that screaming chicken. Basically, it was a funny video, but people were saying Yamamoto closes his glove like that. Oh, Yamamoto does that as well. Like, so I've seen some crazy break-ins. I see old gloves come in from Japanese players and Japanese people that like relace it, people over in Japan, and it looks crazy compared to us over in America where we just want like the deepest glove ever. Yeah, I'm gonna look up his glove that he used because I feel like I've heard people talking about his glove specifically, and I think I've seen it before, but right off the top of my head, it's not clicking. So, like I was saying with this, I can catch it. I can wear traditional, and then I can catch it right here, and it does not hurt. I did not feel a thing, and I can catch it even lower, like this, and I can do that, and it doesn't hurt. I feel the shock, but it's absorbed by that palm liner. So if your son is like a youth in baseball and he doesn't want his hand getting stung, check out the franchise. The Mizuno franchise is $80, but it's like super, super cushiony. It's like very cushiony. It's actually kind of like it's a little insane. I don't know what they did to it because these gloves are like full leather palms, so they'll sting. It's just two pieces of leather glued together, and that's why a lot of people, when they get like higher end gloves, they'll just shift their fingers more and more. So basically, when you can start posting on TikTok, I haven't even really thought about TikTok yet because I just got onto Instagram and I started like renovating my second channel. So right now that's taking up a lot, and I have to like think for videos for the second channel. I think I have a video for the second channel planned, but it's going to be a little difficult because I've never done something like that before. So I even had the time to think about any other platforms. Instagram though, starting to take off. I think I'm like close to reaching 200 followers on Instagram. So if you aren't already a part of following, head over and follow because I think there are like a selective amount of reels that I posted specifically on Instagram that weren't going to make it to YouTube. So go ahead, head over. If you want to know how you can find me, I'm pretty sure most everyone knows. Just a quick reminder, it's just Raptured777. Lowercase r, Raptrd 777. Or you can look up Raptured Ball Gloves. I don't know if I'll come up, so just use the username. Same thing for YouTube to keep it simple. And yeah, there should be a few reels that didn't make it over to YouTube. Can you make a batting glove unboxing? So I feel like I already did that on a live stream previously, but if you want me to make, let me know. Let me know if you specify. Specify if you want like a full video of a batting glove unboxing, or if you just want like a short form batting glove unboxing. Because I actually kept the box, so I could just show you what to expect. Because I got new Franklins, They're custom Franklin, so I think the box is probably a little cooler. Full video. All right. I mean, that would probably go on my second channel. Let me know if you have access to my second channel. If you want to go to my second YouTube channel, just scroll to the bottom. I should have it linked. If not, it's at Raptured 2.0. I just thought it was cool. I just randomly thought of that. I'm like, all right, well, what am I going to make my handle? Because it's called Raptured Reviews. Okay, you do. So it'll probably go on the second channel. Trying to grow that channel, and it's Raptured 2.0 because I thought it sounded cool and it's my second channel, but the title is Raptured Reviews. Basically, it's stuff that I wouldn't really normally post on my main channel because it's not really like main content, but I would post on my second channel. That's what I made the second channel for. I originally made two channels for like, it was kind of stupid. I made videos on one and shorts on the other. That didn't work out, so I just went good old original. Yeah, it's Raptured Reviews. But other than that, like I really haven't thought about other platforms, so maybe in the future I'll consider it. But right now, it's mainly just like a bunch of it's a hustle to keep two channels and Instagram. I will say Instagram is like pretty easy. Like I'm get like the exposure on Instagram for Reels takes off more than Shorts. But again I've been on YouTube longer, so I think we just hit 700. We're at like 700 and like uh 50, I want to say. I might be wrong, but I think it's 750. So we're approaching 800. Um, Actually, that's like a perfect time. We have four people watching. It's good enough. Anybody that has any ideas, please drop them in the chat. What should we do? And let's make it doable because not really in a position right now. I hope to be in the future. This is the dream, but like I hope to be in the future where I can just buy any glove I want. I'm not in a position where I can generally do that now. But let me know any ideas that you have that we should do for like a 1K special. So I still have to we have to go through 800, we have to go through 900. But when we reach 1,000 subscribers, which would be a huge milestone for me because I never in my life could ever think that anything I could make could get 1,000 people to want to see more of it. But let me know any video ideas that we should do for a 1K special. I'm probably gonna try and reach out to glove brands to see if they could send me a glove so we could do an unboxing. That'd be amazing. So that's what I'm trying to do. I've been emailing and reaching out, but it's kind of hard when you don't have a lot of exposure. I've been doing it through Instagram, but any ideas, let me know in the chat. If you have Instagram, DM me on Instagram, and if you don't, just comment on this live stream. Comment I actually have a community up, so you can go post on my community. Any questions you have, go just let me know because I'm open for anything. I'm probably gonna try and get creative, but if you have any ideas, feel free to let me know. Ask every company for free gear. I feel like over that's actually a sick idea. I feel like over a span of months, I've technically tried to do that. I've DM'd so many glove companies saying, if you're willing to work with me, I'd love to feature gloves on channel, and like either no response or they couldn't do it because I for some reason asked them during Christmas time. Don't ask me why, but I did. So they they were not shipping out gloves to people during Christmas time. It just wasn't something they were going to be doing. So I probably should have asked at a different time. But I have asked a lot of people. But if I can get in touch with anybody, or if you know people that can get in touch with people, let them know. But other than that, I am currently trying to work on something actually special. Um, Again, I'm not like 100% positive if I can even make this work. So I'll let you know when I reach 1,000 subscribers. I actually have like I'm working on something special, and if I can like figure it out by then, that might be announcement enough of itself. But yeah, it's kind of crazy how you can do this do this entire content platform just off of gloves, especially considering I knew nothing about gloves to begin with. My I have my premium series over there, but I can't reach it. Basically, I thought that was as good as the gloves got. And I didn't know anything about gloves. I didn't know about shopping for gloves or anything. And then just randomly, I just started getting interested in gloves. I think I want to say the first time like gloves took off for me was I made this random short about like reshaping a baseball glove within like 1 minute. It was outside in like the grass. You can go back and find that short. And normally I'd come off of like getting a consistent 1,000 views in a row. That thing only got like 500 within a matter of like a day, but it got me like 6+ subscribers, which was so new for me at the time. And I'm like, something clicked and I'm like, I should do more. I started doing more and it just did a lot better. I used to do like Bat Bros theme videos on my second channel. It used to be my main channel. So I just made a bunch. I would just hit with these random bats and they were like junk bats. They were like from the 1900s and they would average like 20 views. And eventually I decided like I should probably focus more on my shorts channel at the time, started posting videos. So it's a bit of a mess to explain. You should go to like a baseball convention. I've actually heard of those. I I think Ball Glove King's newest video is him at a convention. I would love to go to a convention just to be there. I would like to just go into a store that has gloves, like Dick's Sporting Goods, and just pick a glove off the wall and look at it. That's all I need to be content. Because Heart of the Hides, they're classic gloves, but I never really like look at them because obviously these were a cheaper version, so I could get more baseball equipment to make more videos. This was only 160. I think I should just say that because it's kind of crazy. This is apparently a Japanese glove. It was 160 with the promo code. You buy sports. I would love to recommend them, but the only reason I don't is because most of you probably already know they aren't the official brand. So yeah. All right. Well, we've been live streaming for I think around half an hour, which is kind of new for me. I usually go for like 45 minutes. So any like random video ideas, if you have them, uh, here's the last chance to let them know. Drop them in the comments because I do need content idea. I cannot think. Actually, that's a perfect time to announce really quick. Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I just finished making like 30 minutes before this. I just finished a video, long form video. It's about gloves. That's all I'm gonna say. You probably already know that. It should be coming out soon. If you're the first one there, you'll get a pin. You might even get a heart if it's a nice comment. We're still doing that, just so you know. I don't know how many people saw that. You always feel okay every time you go to Dick's Sporting Goods. You always feel the Rev 1X. I'd generally be interested in feeling the Rev 1X because it's like plastic. It's weird. Like Rawlings left out the thumb and pinky loops, made a plastic glove, and priced it at like almost $500. I mean, they're the ones making the prices, but I generally feel that's a interesting comment. It's like missing half the letters. Sorry, that caught me off guard. Anyway, I generally feel like Rawlings should lower their price on the Rev 1X. Let me know if you feel the same because I don't even think it's that great durability wise. Like I heard the wrist is like sketchy, but then there's plastic on the back, leather on the palm. So quite interesting. But anyway, thank you all for joining. Those who did, thank you for watching because this was fun. This was basically a live Q&A. I try to answer as many questions as I can with the few gloves I have. But, oh, you're looking for a new catcher's mitt? I have medium, large adult hands. I want one below $150. Right now, I'm looking at the Mizuno MVP Prime. That's the first glove that popped in my head when I heard under $150. 34 inches and the Wilson 950. Thoughts? Dang, that's a good question. It's actually a really good question. Bennett MTB Baseball. So I'll tell you this. I don't have either glove, never test either glove. So what I say, just know is not concrete. What I will say though, the MVP Prime is like good on all occasions, whether it's outfield, infield. I know so many people who just say the MVP Prime is great, and there are many times when I'll see a bunch of gloves and I'll be like rooting for that glove to be good or that glove to be good based on looks, and the MVP Prime just slaughters them. So the MVP Prime is just known by glove people to be good. The Wilson A950, I don't know that much about. I know the A1000s, the new A1000s are good, but they're definitely over 150. Mizuno MVP Prime is like only $120, under 150 for you. Based off of what I know, I'd say just go with the MVP Prime because it's apparently the most like leather like glove. So basically like this, but for super cheap. It's got good insides and it's made by Mizuno, so they know what they're doing. Not that Wilson doesn't. I would say look for videos and look for videos that explain what you want. You want to see people catching with it. Maybe Ball Glove King even has a video. You could even ask him if you have Instagram, like ask people who review gloves and say, ask a question. But from what I know, I would recommend MVP Prime just because I know a lot more about it. I don't know much about the Wilson 950. Ask people in the chat if they know about it because they seem to know more about those gloves. Sia edits. I have the Rev 1X. The outside, only the outside is plastic, but the inside is money. It feels like luxury compared to a 44 Pro or an A2000. I've heard people put their hands in it and just fall in love with it. And I believe them because it looks like a comfy glove. Again, the outside is plastic, the palm is leather, and then the strap is like that weird, like stretchy elastic band like thing. So but it doesn't have a double laced palm. So are you talking about this glove? Because it doesn't have a double laced palm. I don't know why. Like every Japanese glove has a double ace palm. This doesn't, which makes me think it's not like 100% authentically Japanese. Guy claims it's made in Japan, but at the same time, he also claimed he was the original owner of this brand. So it does not have a double ace palm, and I'm quite curious as to why not. The original does. You buy LLC has a double ace palm. So yeah, basically, everyone, thank you for joining in. It's going to take me a bit to end the live stream, but for everyone that joined, thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.